Why, hello, I have yet another tag. So this one is a shorter-ish tag, and it is the Squishmallow Tag. I'm gonna fix my hair. So, I know it's flipped for you guys, but that's okay. Sorry about all the noise. Y'all know I pre-film. Anyway, the Squishmallow Tag starts very simple. How many Squishmallows do you have? And I had to sit here and count because I knew that was question number 1 before I actually started, because I didn't actually have an exact number, because I didn't actually know. Turns out, after I counted, I have a whole whopping 22 Squishmallows, and 90% of them were gifts in one form or another, and I'm very grateful. Number 2 is, which is your newest? Well, I haven't got one since Christmas at this rate, so that is probably Cash right over here. Still obviously has his price tag. He was from Christmas. He had a few other options. I did get one of the other ones. I have the Yeti as well that came in this set, but he was the last one that I got. I got him day after Christmas. The other one I got before that, so. And he's never come out of his box. I don't know that he will. I don't know. Maybe one day. He's technically an ornament, but I don't care. He's still a very good boy. Boop. Number 2, which is your oldest? Right. So, probably this one over here. Okay. This is my oldest. This, I believe so anyway, is Alina. She's a little squirrel. And she came from Five Below. My gingerbread man came from Walmart. Also, I know it's gingerbread man. I call him gingerbread though. So this is probably my oldest. And she was bought on a whim. Oop, because she was cute. I've completely flipped it upside down. I can't. Here. I'm all sorts of interesting today. So, which is your smallest Squishmallow is my next question at number 4. Maybe this one? I don't know. I have 3 that are about the size. I used to have some other ones that were even smaller, but I don't know where they went to. So this is Dawn, which I got from a blind squish cat 2 Christmases ago. And she was the one that I wanted, so I was very happy to get her. Number 5 is, which is your largest Squishmallow? Technically, they all are roughly the same size, but height-wise, just because of how her ears are, is probably Greer. Because Greer has the little antennas, so she is probably my tallest Squishmallow, therefore my biggest. Me and my bestie, Tiffany Cool Panda, we have duplicates. I got one and she got one, baby. Dumbo's probably my next biggest, but that's because he would be my biggest width. He's the widest one. So I guess I can pull him too. Oh, I'm gonna cause an avalanche. I just know it. So he's probably my biggest if we go with size. So this was a Christmas gift from Tiffany. There's no way that all my Squishmallows are going to stay. I'm gonna have to organize them properly later. I've already knocked over poor Lola. If you had to give away one of your Squishmallows, which would it be that you would pick? Probably, I don't know. I like all of my Squishmallows. Maybe my little frog? I don't know what his name is. He doesn't have his tag. Also, I'm also remembering that Alina was not my first Squishmallow. I take that back. This little guy, I don't know what his name or her name is either because she doesn't have a tag. this was my first Squishmallow because my bestie gave her to me. I have to keep fixing my shirt. I do apologize. I don't want you to see, you know. But this lovely little fox, whose name will probably never be known, unless you guys tell me in the comments, was probably my first one. Now I'm thinking more about it. She was a Valentine's Day gift. But if I had to give away one, circling to the actual question, I'd go for this guy. I think I won him out of a claw. No, I didn't win him out of a claw. Did I win him out of a claw? No, I think I got this one from Idlewild. One of the games. But still. Doesn't have a tag. Oh wait, no, this wasn't the Idlewild one. Idlewild one's behind you guys. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. So, anyway, is there a Squishmallow that you are still trying to find? Yes? Avita. Avita was at Five Below whenever I first started to like them, but by the time I got the money, she was gone. And I don't want to pay stupid money for a $6 Squishmallow. So I will always be on the hunt for a cheap Avita, preferably new. And maybe one day I will find her. Who knows? Number 8 is, which is your favorite? I love them all. I'm going to go with the Stitch. Stitch with Scrump was one of my Christmas gifts from Bestie. A lot of these were, but I love Stitch, and I'm very disappointed on how they did this movie that they released this year. Because it's so hard to keep to the source material, guys. Come on, that ending. If you haven't seen it, but he's my favorite. I love him. Number 9 is, which is your least favorite? I don't know that I have a least favorite. I don't think I do have a least favorite. I mean, I guess if I truly had to say one, the one that came from Idlewild is a pufferfish. Again, he doesn't have a tag. He's cute. But kind of like the frog, not something that I would have gravitated towards if I didn't win him and or he was cheap enough. But I guess if I had to choose an overall least favorite, I guess this little guy. He did cause a little bit of drama too, because whenever me and Bestie were playing that ball toss game, I accidentally hit her ball, and then my ball bounced off of hers and then landed in the winning prize. So I guess he's my least favorite, because not technically one of the ones that I would have gone out of my way to get. Out of all the options that they had, though, he was the best. And the fact that it did cause a little bit of mischief and a little bit of sadness. He's got a little bit of negativity around him, even though I did technically win him. So, he's cute, but he did cause a little bit of problems. Number 10. What is your most expensive one? Oh dear heavens, my nose. To be fair, I don't really have expensive ones, because all of them came from Five Below for the most part. So, I'm gonna go with Lola. I did briefly mention her earlier. Mostly because whenever I thought I was gonna get her, I thought she was gonna be cheaper. She was a Christmas Lola, and she was put back in Five Below's clearance. However, she was not meant to be there. And I had 2 of them, because I got one for me, and I got one for my bestie. So I was expecting to buy one for half off, and basically buy 2 for the price of 1. No. So I'm gonna go with Lola just because of the hiccup that was somebody put her in the wrong place. I thought she was gonna be cheaper. That's why I bought 2. And therefore, instead of buying 2 for the price of 1, I bought 2 at full price. Get back over there, girl. Okay. Number 11. Where do you normally get your Squishmallows? I've already answered this question a ton. Five Below. Walmart has a good chunk as well, but Five Below is where we get them because they're usually cheaper. And at Black Friday, they usually have a good deal on them as well. Last year they had where you could get 10 of their Squishmallows for $20. So that's where a good chunk of mine came from. Number 12. When did you get your first Squishmallow? It was a Valentine's Day gift because I remembered it correctly. And that would have been like 3-4 years ago at this rate. Because before then, both of me and my bestie didn't really care too much about Squishmallows. We thought they were cute, but we also thought they were extremely expensive, which honestly they still are. But about 3-4 years ago. Number 13. Have you ever opened one of the Squishmallow blind bags before? Yes. I've had quite a few blind bags in the past. I had some of the like micro ones, and then I had the blind capsules, that's where I got the Dawn one from. So I've done it a few times. I would do them again in a heartbeat. I would prefer to actually get one of the actual like bags where you can get ones that are like this size for $5, $5-6 depending on where you get them. I would love to get one in this size. I know I could get the bigger ones for the same price, but I do love a good mystery, so I would love to get one of those blind bags in the future. Yes, I have definitely done them. I would gladly do more if the budget ever allowed it, but there's so many things going on that I have to be an adult sometimes. And finally, number 14. Finally, can you show us your collection? Which is something that I get asked a decent amount whenever I stream. Not sponsored, obviously. You can see some of the plushies in the back. Usually this is a reversed angle. So I'm going to flip it and then I will show them to you. Granted, not everything on here is a Squishmallow. So, starting off strong, I have my little guys. Obviously, like I said, not everything on this is going to be a Squishmallow. You can see me. Hello! But a good chunk of them are. And there are 22 official Squishmallows in this lineup, believe it or not. Also, there's a Louisa. And a Stitch. He's not a Squishmallow, but he's close enough. So that's why he's there. And yeah. That's where I'm going to end it. Goodbye.